Hey, it's Eddie String, and you're listening to Six Towns Radio.
We love music. You are locked into Six Towns Radio.
You may remember September last year, the X Factor auditions were on TV, and there was one guy who stood out amongst all the rest for the judges, for the crowd. And that guy we had on the telephone just before his appearance at boot camp, and he's joining me again today. Eddie String, how are you doing, mate?
Hey, how you doing, mate?
Oh, it's all good, mate. It's all good.
Well, it's not, is it?
Why not?
It's not. Problems.
Oh, there's so many problems. He's 99, according to Jay-Z.
God, my other phone keeps ringing. How can I help you, Terry?
Well, what it is, mate, I've found this new single, Big House. Yeah, it's coming into my path. And I want to talk to you about it. That's what I want to talk to you about today.
Big House? It sounds rubbish. Who wrote that?
Well, I don't know who wrote it, but I'm assuming it's probably one of you or the band.
Well, it's probably an image of the new single, isn't it? It's a song, and we wrote it, and we wanted to release it quite a while ago, but we've had some trouble. And it's finally out. It's finally there.
It's out and about. It's everywhere.
It's out and about. It could literally be number one on Sunday if enough people bought it. It's literally a possibility. Well, I say possibility. It's not really, but, it could happen theoretically.
What's the competition?
I think Justin Bieber probably, isn't it? Usually, or Rihanna. Rihanna seems to write everything these days, doesn't she?
Yeah, it's either Calvin Harris, Rihanna, Pitbull, or Justin Bieber, or a collaboration of the four.
Yeah, I think we could make something of a supergroup there, couldn't we?
Definitely. So, yeah, you said about an imitator. There was one on Twitter, wasn't there, who had more followers, and is he still going?
Oh, there was. That was funny. I actually ended up going for drinks with him. Turned out I filed a complaint to Twitter saying, look, this bloke's stealing my thunder. And it turned out it was actually last year, or the year, I suppose 2 years ago now, Frankie Kokoza's fake account, and he just changed the name. So, the next Frankie Kokoza, apparently. But that's kind of gone away now, thank God, a little bit. Mind you, I say that, I'm probably competing with him as well, because he's got songs out now, hasn't he?
Yeah, Catastrophic Casanova, I think, was his last song.
That was it. That was one of the songs.
So you were the next Frankie Kokoza. Somebody's going to be the next Eddie String, aren't they, in September?
Are they really?
I reckon so. Some chancer.
Who could do that? I've heard there's some lad who started dressing all biker jacket and that around my town, being all cheeky and sarky with people, and apparently he's translator. I think he's welcome to. Also, the thing is that I'm doing an interview. Go away.
who's that? Your mum?
It's my sister. Go away. Liv, I'm doing an interview. I'm trying to promote my single. This is what I have to deal with. Right. Anyway, where were we? Anyone, there's been a million cheeky chappies, come before, and there'll be a million cheeky chappies to come afterwards, I don't think there's been any coinage with me necessarily, and, so, anyone's welcome to do what they want.
Well, the performance you put out there got nearly 1 million hits on YouTube. That doesn't equate to anything to you, really. It doesn't give you £1 million or even 1 million pence, does it?
Oh, well, it just makes me feel sort of wanted, I suppose. It's really nice.
Oh, of course it is, but it was a great performance, and obviously, off the back of it, you got a couple of gigs straight away. So what's been happening? Because it's nearly 6 months since that was on TV.
Yeah, I'm just trying to not disassociate myself, is probably the wrong word, but move on. But there was a period where I was doing lots of gigs, it was basically Eddie String sponsored by X Factor. It could, if I ever wrote a book, that would be kind of the chapter. It was at every poster there'd be X Factor slammed all over and a picture of me on the judge's desk or whatever. And it's kind of really nice to move on from that now a little bit and not feel that I've got to sing last night at every gig. And I mean maybe I'm moving on too fast, but it wasn't a particularly long sort of period of my life. I suppose it was probably about 6 months from first audition to being on telly and then kicked off on the telly. But yeah, it's not something you want to cling on to, I think. you kind of, you kind of get a bit sick of the sight of yourself. Like I'm thinking about sort of changing up my image a little bit. I don't know, just moving on a little bit. I think both mentally and professionally.
So you're going to shake things up a little bit?
A little bit. Things have got to get shaken up. I get quite bored quite easily, I think.
You've got to be excited about things, I think when you start just living your life and not getting excited about the next day or the next thing, it's not a good feel. You need to just keep getting excited by things.
Yeah, you do. And, as soon as things get stagnant, it would be like I get up in a nightclub, sing a Stroke song, maybe get to sing one of my own songs, and then get paid a little bit of money for it. And it was sort of fun at a little bit where I sort of really want to be playing with my band again on a stage in front of people who really care about, it sounds like a cliche, but care about the music rather than the, as seen on TV element to it. And I think people are a bit sick of the as seen on TV element now, and I think the novelty's worn off, so it's time to move on. Don't
say that, because, I don't know, were you out last night? Because you are a bit of a party animal.
Me?
Yeah.
How dare you? I was out at the gym. Actually, I was just there, we were out at the gym, and then we came back and watched some, very English about it, jackass films. We call them jackass. So no, I wasn't out and about last night, I'm afraid.
Oh, so you didn't tune into ITV last night to see the new Simon Cowell show, did you?
No, what is it?
It's called Food, Glorious Food.
I've heard about that. Was it any good?
It was, because I was on it.
Oh, are you really? Is it on Catch Up?
Yeah, you watch it on Catch Up. Basically, what it is, Simon Cowell's Psycho of thought the new show that he's going to put out is a cookery show. It's hosted by Carol Vorderman, and they take all regional delicacies and pit them against each other. And the winner, I think there's 6 heats and then there's a final, ends up with 50 grand in the back pocket and their product on all the shelves at M&S. I know what you're saying. It was 6 months ago I did the first bit of filming.
It takes forever, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they film all day and then you're on for 5 minutes on TV.
Yeah. Well, it's worth it for those 5 minutes. Definitely, but it does feel like so long-winded for not so little, but just, so little, really.
So yeah, I made oatcakes, which are regional to Stoke-on-Trent and Staffordshire, and baptism of fire, really, because I hadn't really made that much before. So they asked me on the Wednesday, and I was making them on the Saturday. I did okay, really. You'll have to watch it and tell me what you think about it.
I will. So Food, Glorious Food, ITV. Here we go. You've been mentioning this all day, haven't you? You haven't watched ITV last night, did you?
No. You happened across the old third channel that there is out there. No. Let's move on. Anyway, it's not about me. It's about you.
No, it is. It's half and half.
We'll talk about both of them, but I want to talk next about some of the video shorts, because you're a funny guy, and I do like some of the stuff you put onto YouTube, some of the comedy shorts, including Goth Jesus.
Oh, Goth Jesus, what a character he is. The thing is about that is, the great thing about those videos is that they just come out of being sat around, usually on a Sunday, without much to do, and just thinking, what should we do? And dressing me up like a right twit and counter characters. It's a really nice way to just I like turning boredom and channeling it into sort of, I call it art. It's probably not art, but stupid, like jackass, that's what they do. And I'm obviously not in the same league or the same calibre, but it's, I just like being an idiot for a camera.
There's a mix of anarchy and art, I think, in there.
Yeah, anarchy. The old anarchy. As long as no one gets hurt.
Do you get stopped from filming? Because, you go out into shopping centres and into the public.
Yeah, I got told not to take a McDonald's bag off my head the other day in a shopping centre because they thought I was a terrorist. But a pretty rubbish disguise, really, for a terrorist.
A McDonald's bag.
Yeah, it was. I'm a vegetarian myself. It was my sister's.
Your sister's getting in this interview. Your sister's hiking this interview.
She's shouting at me. She's annoyed at me. I've done something to annoy her, apparently.
You're not included on the Big House single, which we're talking about, because we're playing it on 6 Times Radio.
Well, let's get back to Big House.
Yeah, let's get back to the Big House. Is there going to be a video?
Yeah, it was filmed ages ago, and I changed the lyrics, and because it was a lip-synced video, it was all out, so we got to refilm it. It was meant to be out by now, but we were talking about it, weren't we? You film something that takes forever, so yeah, I'd say so within a month or so. But we want to get back in the studio and record more, because it's quite an old song actually. Although it's finally out there, and it's going to take, I suppose, a couple of weeks or something before people get bored of it. I'm already a bit bored of it, so...
You sang it so many times.
Yeah, well, we played it live on at gigs and stuff, so I'm kind of quite used to it. And the thing about that song is that it's better live, I think, because, you've played it, haven't you, from the chorus. It's not like a deeper, meaningful chorus. No one's going to sort of think, oh, that's, I see what he's saying there about the world. They're going to get a bit catchy. They might be humming it.
That's profound.
No, yeah, profound thing to say. He lives in a big house.
But yeah, you can catch it all over the place. I won't tell you. I won't tell the listeners first before I tell you, because you know how to contact you. But you're on Facebook, Eddy String Official. On Twitter?
Twitter's just Eddy String. With a Y is the thing. E-double-D-Y. I spelled it wrong. And this was it. I shouldn't be called Eddy String. I spelled it when I was 13 on Facebook, and I think I'd changed my name so many times it wouldn't let me change it again. And so I just had to stick with it. Eddy spelt wrong, with a string after it. I
think there is people who spell the name Eddy, E-D-D-Y. I'm sure there's quite a few people.
Yeah.
Let's get all the Eddies together.
Yeah, let's have what's the word?
A gathering?
No, not so much a gathering as, what is the word? There is an album in my CD collection with it in its title. Where are they? They're a local band called Out and Buzz. No, wrong album. Oh, never mind. We'll have a gathering. There we go. We'll settle for gathering.
Well, it's been great getting on the line again.
That's all right, mate.
It took a couple of goes, but we've done it.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, anytime.
I've got to go and deal with a domestic incident now, by the sounds of it.
Yes. Yeah, you go deal with that.
Broadcasting to Stoke-on-Trent and the world. This is Six Towns Radio.